Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new and you enjoy my content, please subscribe and like this video. Today's video is about fragrances that were purchased under the influence of YouTube. And I'm going to start with Elie Saab's Girl of Now. This was purchased under the influence of none other than Jeremy fragrance. And anyone that I mentioned today, I will link in the description. So this fragrance, the version that I have is Elie Saab Girl of Now Forever. But I've tried the original one and I find these two very, very similar. The only difference between them that I see is the addition of raspberry in this version. So this version was released in 2019 and it has the notes of lemon zest, raspberry, rose, blackcurrant, patchouli, cashmeran, vanilla. So it's a nice, sweet fragrance. It smells like sweet almond. Like I said, this version has raspberry added to it, and that's the only difference that I see between this and original Girl of Now. Is it my absolute favorite? No, I find the sweetness in this a bit too much. There's something added here, and I'm not sure what it is that I don't love. Although I've tried this fragrance recently in warmer weather, and I have to say, surprisingly, I like it more in warmer weather. I always thought that because it's so sweet, it would be better in the winter, but I actually prefer it in the warmer weather. So it's going to stay in my collection for now. I'm hoping to make better friends with this fragrance in the future, so we'll see. Second one, and I think this one is on many people's list. This is Parfums de Marly Delina. I have a travel spray here, and this of course was influenced by Demi Rolling. So Delina was released in 2017. It has the notes of lychee, rhubarb, bergamot, nutmeg, rose, lily of the valley, peony, vanilla, musk, and woody notes. And this fragrance is a beauty. It has, the prominent notes are rose, lychee, and rhubarb. And I love the tartness of the rhubarb in this fragrance. I never really paid attention to rhubarb as a note, and it's after testing this fragrance that I really became interested in that note and tried a few other fragrances with rhubarb. So this one worth all the hype, no regrets about trying it, one of my favorites. Next one on my list is Mancera's Holidays. And this one was influenced by Paulina Schar. If I mispronounce any names, please forgive me, trying my best. So Mancera is kind of a hit and miss house for me. Some fragrances I like, some I really don't like. So a little bit about this one. It was released in 2017 and notes in it are bergamot, coconut, tiara flower, ylang ylang, marine notes, sandalwood, vanilla, and white musk. And when she was talking about this one, I think she mentioned that it smelled very similarly to Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. And I love that fragrance. It's one of my favorite summer fragrances. And that kind of convinced me that I had to try this one. And I do like it very much. And she was right. It is similar to Tom Ford. It has that sunscreen type of vibe. So if you don't like that, you probably won't like this one. But I find it much stronger and louder than Soleil Blanc. It's sweeter because of the coconut, I'm guessing. And it lasts on my skin much longer, but it is great for the summer, kind of brings the beachy vibe and vacation vibe to me. So great suggestion. All right, number 4 is Salvatore Ferragamo Amo Ferragamo. And this is based on a suggestion from Delicious Delights. This fragrance came out in 2018 and it has the notes of blackcurrant, rosemary, Campari, jasmine, rhubarb, vanilla, amber, sandalwood. She described this fragrance as orange creamsicle, and I couldn't agree more. I don't think there is a better description for this fragrance. This is exactly what it smells like, orange creamsicle. So refreshing, sweet, and girly, and young, and beautiful for the summer. So, again, great suggestion. Next on my list, I have a suggestion from Any Ever After, and that's Guerlain Mon Exclusif. So this, I believe, was released prior to Mon Guerlain, which is very popular right now. This came out in 2015, and it has notes. It has oriental notes, of course, lavender, sandalwood, caramel, vanilla, probably a few other notes, but the most prominent notes to me are, of course, lavender and vanilla. And it is very, very similar to Mon Guerlain. Maybe a little bit sweeter, but otherwise very similar. Do you need to have both? For a regular person, I would say no. But if you're a collector, I would say yes. I really enjoy this fragrance and enjoy having this beautiful bottle and use it just as much as I use the regular Mon Guerlain. Next on my list is a fragrance that I mentioned several times on my channel already, and that tells you how much I love it. And this is from Nobile 1942, Dances of the Dragonflies. And this purchase came from the influence of Lola Scents. I have to say, she has the most interesting niche perfume suggestions. When I first got into fragrance and started watching her, I found her choices a bit intimidating because I really didn't know majority of the houses that she was mentioning. But as I got into fragrance more and more, I love her videos and find them so educational and pick up a lot of suggestions. This is by far my favorite. So this scent came out in 2012 and it has the notes of bergamot, apple, cedar, cinnamon, musk, vanilla, coconut. And this smells like warm apple pie. It is beautiful, comforting, can be worn anytime. It's not too sweet where you can't wear it in the summer. So this is one of my current favorites. Number 7 on the list is from Maison Lancome, and this is Rose's Berberanza. And this influence is from Beauty Meow. When I was thinking about this fragrance, I've done a lot of research and watched a lot of videos, but it was her review that really pushed me over the edge and made me want to buy it. And I do not regret it for a second. This is a stunner of a fragrance. And it is a beast of a fragrance. It lasts forever. So let me tell you a little bit about it. It came out in 2017. Notes in it are tangerine, ginger, rose, pistachio, hazelnut, benzoin, woody notes, vanilla, saffron, violet. This fragrance to me goes through 2 very clear stages. When I first spray it, it's very much about pistachio. It's kind of a little bit sour, a little bit nutty, a little bit woody. And I've read some of the reviews where people really didn't like that part of the fragrance, but I absolutely love it. And just as much I love the second stage, the dry down stage, where it really becomes into a sweet, jammy rose. This is a stunner. If you like jammy roses, you must try this one. Okay, number 8 is YSL Manifesto L'Eclat. And this one was influenced by the scented. So I've previously tried Manifesto Elixir and I liked it, but I didn't love it. There was something in it that just didn't jive with me. It was a little too sweet. And then I saw her review on L'Eclat version, and she mentioned that it had green tea in it. And tea is one of my all-time favorite notes. And so I decided to give this one a try. And this was the right decision. I love this version of Manifesto. So this one came out in 2014. It has the notes of green tea, bergamot, neroli, blackcurrant, jasmine, freesia, rose, orange blossom, vanilla, tonka bean, sandalwood, and cashmere. And it is a much greener, fresher version of Manifesto. It is still very sweet. You can smell vanilla and tonka bean, and it's very creamy. And I think this is a very seductive fragrance, and it is absolutely beautiful. So the next one is Hypnotic Poison. And this is based on review from Mila LeBlanc. If you haven't seen her channel, I would recommend. I find her a little bit different than all the other reviewers. She is very much in your face, but very real and unapologetic in the way that she presents herself. And I find it very refreshing and enjoy watching her very much. So she loves Oriental fragrances, and so do I. And she spoke very highly about Hypnotic Poison, and so I decided to give it a shot. This one obviously is quite old, was released quite a few years back. In fact, it came out in 1998, and it has the notes of plum, apricot, coconut, almond, jasmine, tuberose, lily of the valley, rose, sandalwood, vanilla, and musk. It is sweet, almondy fragrance. I've heard some people say that it smells like Play-Doh. And I should mention that I have the EDT version. I don't get Play-Doh per se, although if I really think about it, yeah, it kind of comes out. I asked my 6-year-old daughter to smell this and asked her if she smelled Play-Doh, and she said, oh yes, that's why it smelled so familiar. So it does smell like Play-Doh to her, but it doesn't to me. So I do enjoy this fragrance. This would be a nighttime fragrance for me, and probably more in winter or fall. But again, a good suggestion that I don't regret purchasing. And the last one on my list is Jimmy Choo Eau de Parfum. This is based on reviews by Sophie London. I think she mentioned several times that this is one of her all-time favorite fragrances. And I decided again to try it. So this one is from 2011, and it has toffee, patchouli, orchid, some green notes, and this is really a patchouli fragrance. If you don't like patchouli, you would not enjoy this one, but it's a very sweet caramelly patchouli. I think it might have pear in it as well. So I love patchouli and I like sweet fragrances, so this one works for me. But again, this will be more for colder weather. I think it's a little bit too sweet and too much in your face for summer. So these are my 10 purchases influenced by YouTube. Thank you for watching. If you would like reviews on any of the fragrances mentioned in this video, please let me know. Or if you have any other video requests, again, leave them down below. I will see you soon in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.